Howdy folks, Justin here. So I'm always on the lookout for something new and different to play, and a post on Reddit about Queen Barenziah and whether or not she's a good card was asked. And I love Queen Barenziah, so I wanted to build an assassin deck. I've been kind of itching to try some kind of control-ish assassin deck for a while now. So I thought I'd walk you through my deck building process here. We got the four multicolor cards. Queen Barenziah because I want to play her, and I feel like if it fits anywhere, it's going to be an assassin deck where a 4 power for 6 drain is pretty useful, as well as the ability to give things guard. Sodra Sage is just solid value, and Ungolem I think is kind of just a essential card in most decks that can run it. I think Fighters Guild Recruit's probably pretty good. Helps show up our early game. Thieves Guild Recruit's pretty good. I want to be careful that this just doesn't turn into another uh, Last Gasp Altar of Despair deck, so that's something to keep in mind. Other essential control elements: Firebolt helps stave off aggro. We're avoiding the Last Gasp strategy. We're going to try to come up with something different to do here. Moment of Clarity is a card I like, but I don't know that we need it. Shrieking Harpy, definitely an option. Wardcrafter, solid card, sees a lot of play. We could run the Cunning Ally Daggerfall Mage package. Let's go ahead and see what the deck looks like with that in it, which means that we're going to try to be a little more blue. Also means we might take out, maybe take out Thieves Guild Recruit, we'll see. Talvani Arcanist, a card I'm looking at just because it's strong value. Ash Servant, not an unreasonable card. Of course, we got to run Lightning Bolt. It's hard to say no to Elusive Schemer. If we really are playing a control deck, I think Ice Storm is where we need to be. We can run Supreme Atromancer as our kill condition because it's, there's a reason that I complain about it all the time. It's because it crushes the other more esoteric decks I try to play, if you will. So Murkwater Witch is a card I'm interested in. We need the finish off Leaf Lurker package in order to have enough removal to consider ourselves a control deck. What else are we trying to do here? Control, huh? Maybe we don't focus on a label so much as just try to build a functional deck, and then I won't feel so bad about some of my other card choices. So let's include Moonlight Werebat. Varanus oops, did not mean to include Nimble Ally. This is not the deck for that. I think we want black. We're more of a Black Sap deck than a House Kinsman deck. That brings our Prophecy count up pretty high. You know, we can have some of the old shell of Prophecy Assassin. A Territorial Viper seems reasonable. What else are we looking to do here? We got 8 spots left. Well, I think we better run a Heroic Rebirth. Let's run 2 Heroic Rebirths. Now the deck feels like it belongs. Let's run a couple Crushing Blows. We got a few spots left. Let's go with the Vicious Dregs to give us game against those decks. We got 1 spot left. So as far as removal goes, Lightning Bolt, Firebolt, finish off Leaf Lurker, 1 Territorial Viper, and 2 Crushing Blows. I would feel better if I was running 1 more creature. We don't have huge guard creatures. There is Green Pack Stalker, which I think is kind of underplayed, but let's just throw 1 Murkwater Witch in there. So we got an interesting looking curve here. Really, we just have Atromancer for the top end. We have Ice Storm, which may not fit in a deck that looks like this, but I'm excited to try it. The deck's called Purple Storm, by the way, because I don't know if you know this. There's a cap to 35 decks, and I have 35 decks, so I had to erase one of my decks in order to throw this together. And that deck was called Purple Storm, but it's actually funnier now that it is the name of an assassin deck instead of a mono purple deck. So we're playing against Immersed Simp. Apologies in advance for the deck I'm bringing to the table. The Pastry Chef, his title, that was my old job. Like literally the title I used to use and an expression that I overuse. We have a great curve here. 1, 2, 3. The plan is to play Ungolem, Then next turn, Thieves Guild Recruit, and draw an assassin. See what happens. So we're playing against a monk. Could be pilfer, could be altar, could be control. Should find out pretty quickly though.
The Night Mother will guide.
You know, Ungolem, recently, semi-recently, getting nerfed from a 2-1 to a 1-1. I have to admit I kind of like it. I'm not disappointed by that change at all. Ungolem is still almost an auto-include. And I don't mind seeing a card's power level drop from auto-include in this color to auto-include in this color. I think that's a sign that your card was overpowered. So let's see what kind of deck we're playing against. I'm already sort of missing the fact that we're not running.
Training is over. It's time to act.
That's unfortunate. There's our first Brotherhood assassin. Let's do it.
Shadows,
Let's draw another one.
waiting.
Alright,
Pull the
Sod
black
Station
card.
works. I'm already missing the fact that we're not running the 3-1 blue creature for 4 that draws us a card when we play it with Last Gasp. Shuffle a 0-cost version into your deck.
The hiss will
So Firebolt, best draw in the deck right now. Didn't get it. That's okay. Just play that to trade. He is going to have a chance to develop a bunch of tokens if that's how he chooses to do it, but Sodder's Agent will be able to mop up 2 of those tokens. He's got Dawnbreaker.
defeat me.
Okay, so now we want to finish off. So with Ice Storm in hand, actually, we're going to take some damage. Reduced cost Atromancer, of course, just about the greatest thing in the world. And that's perfect, because now we can Leaf Lurker next turn if we're really feeling the pressure, but hopefully he just draws us a card here. We can start getting ahead.
You can't defeat me.
Finish off also fantastic.
No matter what.
East March Crusader, unfortunate for us. But no follow-up, so. We can go Black Sap, finish off if we want to keep these alive. Save the Ice Storm for a different reset.
The forest is my strength and my
Okay with that.
My scales move in shadow.
See what happens here. East March Crusader, powerful card though. I mean, sort of the perfect card to develop into that turn. Because even if he trades there, like, he's still up a card, and as a control deck, we're trying to be the deck up a card. Okay.
I bring reinforcement.
That's pretty good for him. That's pretty good. We can swing. We have double Ice Storm.
We'll stand together.
My scales move in shadow.
So we are going to take this line because even though we're probably taking 8 over here, I think it gives us the best opportunity to Ice Storm the whole board away. Yeah.
Chaos.
Yep.
We'll hold, no matter
And the
what.
Crusader's great for him, so it looks like we're leaving this on the table, unfortunately.
They cannot hope to outwit
We
me.
could get a Prophecy Lightning Bolt to answer that. That'd be pretty sweet. But not looking great for us. The tempo deck my opponent has, and I have to assume he's got Ungolem in his hand right now, is really kicking our ass, and all the 4 toughness creatures that he was able to land on curve were kind of backbreaking, unfortunately.
Chaos.
Yep.
There's a plan. There's always
Profiteer's
a plan.
great.
Night Mother will guide us.
Ungolem's great. Another creature that we can kill with Ice Storm, and we're in business. Okay, he didn't have it. Our other options are Leaf Lurker, Sodris Agent. Yeah, I guess that's alright.
Forest is
Ooh,
mine.
it's not alright actually because Sodris Agent
By the 8th, they will
costs
meet
4 and we didn't have that much Magicka and I did the math wrong. So that puts us to dead to Tazcad range next turn. And we're not going to trigger a Prophecy, so we're not getting our Moonlight Werebat into play. No play for my opponent. It's just like the most suspicious thing in the world, right? It means like it says 100% I have Tazcad. Yeah. I mean, we don't have a lot of plays here.
Let's do this.
Fair enough. So I think we're dead. If I had to guess, I'd say we are 100% dead because Tazcat's a powerful card and it's turn 9. Nothing. All right. We can set up a guard in one lane.
We'll stand together.
Dumark, take you!
Drop him like that. Pass the turn. Hopefully he's just slow rolling the Tazcat actually, so we experience one of the many lessons in humility that Elder Scrolls Legends commonly gives me. Yeah, you got him.
Sheol take you.
Dumark, take you!
Elements, I summon thee.
Okay, this is pretty good. You know, we're putting him closer to Tazcat, but we're also putting him away into a point where we can kill him next turn potentially. So
on the problem.
the Firebolt in hand can answer, as far as I know, any creature he could play off of a prophecy. We have enough to kill him on board, so I don't feel like we need to attack again and give him a greater chance for Tazcat. Yeah. Quality. Dying to Swift Strike plus Charge creature. Alright. So, you know, it is what it is. We're at the bottom of the snake, we can't get any worse. You know, I mean, it is what it is. We'll try one more time. I think actually the deck did perform pretty well, considering it's the first time we played it and we threw it together in 5 minutes. But, I mean, that turn 6 from our opponent, the Soul Rest Marshal into Golden Saint was just too much for us. Playing against the Scourge effect, the Dragon Slayer. He's playing a Warrior. Alright. And yeah, definitely keep this hand. See what happens.
Well met, marsh friend.
Greetings.
Howdy. We'll definitely get started on drawn cards. Okay, Territorial Viper. So how do we think we do against orcs?
You won't escape alive.
Oh, I forgot. We're running Heroic Rebirth. I think we probably do pretty well against orcs, but we're about to find out.
End of the road.
Let's heat things up.
Yeah, you got it.
What have we here?
So that says to me that this is a control deck, actually. Maybe a Rothgar deck, maybe a Heroic Rebirth deck. We'll see. We have a pretty good play next turn, no matter what happens. Heroic Rebirth. Now, this was my, the Heroic Rebirth was in here sort of as a way to beat control decks.
This day will be mine.
I guess we'll see how that works.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Yeah, you got it, man. With Queen Barenziah, he has to work at it a little bit, but that has that. No great plays. I think Vicious Drag is probably pretty valuable. Let's just do this. Let's make him have an answer to that. And if he doesn't, we will see what we can do. Direct removal in these colors is pretty weak. I mean, in this deck, I guess it's limited to Mummify, Got the Shadow from Priest, but that's still 6-3 that he needs to answer. Daggerfall Mage, pretty good.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Holding on to this just to hope to get lucky doesn't seem like a great strategy, and General Tullius is some pretty good value. You know, Territorial Viper seems like it's hard to imagine not being good.
I am a child.
Okay, he's got the Night Shadow, which we can answer with Territorial Viper next turn. In the meantime, let's grab ourselves another legendary High King Emmerich. That does 4 damage right now. Let's just play Tullius. Got some good legendaries here. Go ahead and poke him for 2, just in case he is playing around with the life totals matter cards. You know, he's going to gain above us in life right here, but we're not also losing anything doing that. Young Mammoth. Young Mammoth's great. We can kill one of those with Emmerich. One magic off of using both of these, unfortunately. But I think getting Emmerich value is pretty important, right?
Kill them all.
So I think we're just swinging that in.
Kill them all.
Go on, Celine. There you go. I know you're disappointed I'm playing green with no cats in it. We could Tome Swing. That doesn't seem like great value. Although we actually completely screwed up by not using Emmerich while we had the ward. Not firing on all cylinders today, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, as I get used to what I'm playing. Well, let's set up for future turns, right? Is that better? Or is it just better to lightning bolt one of these?
For the Emperor!
Yeah, we're gonna play it like that. We're ahead on board slightly. We're ahead in resources.
Follow me, men.
Markarth Bannerman, we can't answer, unfortunately. Yeah, what is the play here? We could draw Lightning Bolt. It seems loose. We're not running Harpy.
I hate this crowd. It's damned uncomfortable.
The Night Mother will die.
I think we keep the Viper still.
Sheol take you.
He's going to get 1 activation of this, and if this is a Doomcrag Vampire deck, you know, that's scary. That's something to keep in mind. We will get a card, which is good.
Isgramor!
Let's see what happens here. Brotherhood Assassin's pretty good.
Time to fight.
Yeah, you got it.
Tell them. Time to fight. Fight them all.
That's like the best thing that could have happened to
Follow
us,
me,
right?
men.
And now we can Viper that down. Yeah, this is all really, really good. Let's draw cards. Try to find something we don't mind rebirthing. Oh, what are we doing?
Let me take out the rubbish.
Okay, looks pretty good. Looks like we've got control of the board pretty well. We have an answer to an Odiving. I mean, you know, who knows what you put in a deck like this. Next turn we can go Atromancer and try to win. Oh, it's the Heroic Rebirth Mirror. Alright.
Let me take out the rubbish.
For the Black Hand.
Elements, I summon thee.
Okay, we did it a prophecy, which is why we kept creatures up in each lane to
Nicely done.
take care of guard creatures. Atromancer is just so much more powerful than every other finisher in the game.
There is plenty for all.
Yeah, you got your Grotwood Ambusher.
For the Black Hand. We know.
see how things go here. He's one turn off votiving, which is why we made our move now.
Ruptga guides my hand.
Okay, so you got the removal for that lane.
By Onsi's bright blade.
I love that play, so I'm giving my opponent a compliment here.
For one without scales.
Time to fight.
Yeah.
Time to fight.
Yep.
Talos.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let me take out the rubbish.
By the egg of fire.
Cool.
I summon thee.
Sorry about the double Atromancer, my friend, but in our defense, we're playing a mediocre deck that happens to be running Supreme Atromancer. Okay. That was fun, and that makes me want to play more more Assassin. And making those kinds of mistakes, I think, is ultimately a good thing, because, first of all, anybody watching this is going to be like, don't do it, screaming at the monitor, and you're not going to hopefully then do that same thing yourself. But it's good for me, too, because Assassin's one of the classes I've played the least. But I've having an itch to play Queen Barenziah, and this is scratching that itch. Like, this deck seems fun. This is what I'll be working on for a week, and maybe we'll push all the way to Legend with this. Although, you know, it's hard to resist falling back on Orcs, Scout, and my other favorite decks. But this was fun. If you guys have any suggestions for things that you'd like to see played, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Otherwise, the only other video I have planned for this week, besides more Assassin now, is a video where I would show, like, if you could put all the most expensive cards you wanted to into a mono red deck to farm soul shards with, what would that deck look like? It'd probably work about the same, but people weren't asking for it, so we'll give that a shot too. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all on the ladder. Bye bye.